Hey everyone, so in this video let's talk about PCOS and hypothyroid. So thyroid is a gland that regulates metabolism and other functions like growth and development. So most women with PCOS are prone to or are at risk for hypothyroidism. So it's important to understand what it is. So hypothyroid is a condition that happens when we produce or synthesize low levels of thyroid hormones. So the TSH produced in the brain stimulates the thyroid, which is at the base of the neck, to release hormones T4 and T3. Since T3 is more active, it has powerful effects on the metabolic processes in the body. But if your T4 gets converted into inactive reverse T3, which generally happens due to high insulin, high cortisol, chronic inflammation, liver and gut issues. So having increased levels of reverse T3 can slow metabolism or block some of the metabolic processes in the body. So we generally experience thyroid related issues when we have poor conversion of T4 to T3, high levels of reverse T3, which is inactive form of thyroid hormone, high levels of thyroid antibodies, increased TSH levels. So in these situations, our bodies experience low metabolic rate. Because of the poor conversion of T4 into T3, we have very less active thyroid hormones available in the body, which triggers the symptoms of hypothyroidism. For example, weight gain, depression, hair loss, constipation, irregular periods, infertility, risk for miscarriages, hair loss, poor memory, brain fog, lack of concentration are some of the symptoms of hypothyroidism. If you see, most of these symptoms are very similar to the symptoms of PCOS, and there is a significant overlap of symptoms between PCOS and hypothyroidism, and these conditions can aggravate each other. So it's extremely important to get a complete thyroid panel test to assess thyroid function, which includes TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, free T3, free T4, reverse T3 and thyroid antibodies to diagnose if you have an immune system that's attacking your thyroid cells, an autoimmune disorder. So there are some medications available to help with thyroid function, but these are man-made synthetic hormones, which is probably not a good solution in the long term. So there are some better alternatives that you can include for optimal thyroid function. So number one is, I'd like to emphasize on this factor a lot. So there are multiple studies that suggest and indicate that improving insulin sensitivity or reducing or reversing insulin resistance can significantly improve thyroid function. So let's come back to the foods and supplements that can be helpful to optimize thyroid function. Number one is omega-3 fatty acids. These are essential fatty acids. They are essential because they are extremely important for the hormone production. They're also helpful to regulate and balance the hormones in the body. So make sure that you get good amount of omega-3 fatty acids through your diet by including sea fish, eggs, nuts and seeds in your diet. So next one is iodine. As we know, iodine is very important for optimal thyroid function. So our cells combine iodine and amino acid tyrosine to make T3 and T4. So the problem is, if you're having high levels of thyroid antibodies, it is suggested that you don't consume iodine with high levels of thyroid antibodies. It should be avoided. But the problem is there are some accessible iodized salts or iodide salts available, but the problem is these iodide is converted into iodine in the body, which leaves hydrogen peroxide, which is not good for the body. So instead of getting it from your iodide salts or iodide foods, make sure that you get it through your diet. Make sure that you include seaweed, seafood, green peas and beans in your diet to get good source of iodine. Then comes zinc. Zinc is one of the most important mineral for the conversion of T4 to T3, and it also regulates the thyroid hormone levels in the body by identifying the amount of thyroid hormones floating around in the body. Number two is selenium. Selenium is also another extremely important mineral for the conversion of T4 into T3, and having low levels of selenium can actually reduce the production of T3 in the body. And it's also important to degrade reverse T3 in the body. So make sure that you get good amount of selenium through your diet. So make sure that you include seafood, nuts and seeds in your diet to get good source of selenium. And ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is also important for the synthesis of T4 and T3 in the body. So make sure that you include all these foods in your diet for optimal thyroid function. Hope this video was informative, and don't forget to share it with your friends and family who would benefit from this information. If you have any questions, please share it in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video.